In this video, I'm going to be reviewing, well, kind of my first impressions of Outdoor Vitals NovaUL jacket. I just got it in the mail today, so I'm just really going to do kind of an overview video and just kind of give my thoughts on it, and then later on I'll be able to take this bad boy out in the back country and test it out. So let's just dive in and check this thing out. First of all, I just want to say that I really appreciate the fact that I don't know, and plus I don't know if it's because Tayson is a tall guy, that Outdoor Vitals has sleeves that are long enough for me. I really appreciate that, because most everything, any shirt that I get, if it fits right in the chest and the shoulders, the arms are always too short, and there's nothing that I've gotten from Outdoor Vitals that the sleeves were not long enough for me. So I really appreciate that. It has these a pretty unique baffling system. It's not sewn baffles, and it's also not like welded or bonded baffling. It's weaved, sort of like this right here, and in this space and this space here is where your baffles are and your down. The down is I think, what do they call that? Down XL, down LT, something. I'll put it on the screen. But either way, it's a blend of down and synthetic, and it's all coated with something I can't remember. Maybe I'll put that on the screen too. Maybe I need to write these facts down before I start doing a video. But what I know is the purpose that it serves. And the purpose that it serves is that if it gets wet, either due to sweat or the elements that you're out in, it will not lose its loft. And so it will not, the jacket's performance will not be nil. It can still keep you warm in some pretty hairy situations, or if you find yourself overexerting yourself, too cold. But it also boasts some pit zips, like everybody has mentioned that has reviewed this jacket. It's a good 3-season, but where I live, I can do 4-season in this layering up. This is a really good, it's real colder places than where I live. Most of the time this is just used as a mid layer, but I can actually put mid layers under this and kind of have this as my outer layer along with the shell. So I can get real, in Kentucky, I can get deep into the winter with this jacket, where as opposed if I had the Nova Pro would probably be just a touch too much, and I probably wouldn't be able to use it maybe just maybe a handful of times, as to where this jacket I could use it all year round. And that is why I chose this jacket. Outdoor Vitals did send me this jacket, and I appreciate them for doing that. I am a small company, so when companies like Outdoor Vitals shows me love, sends me gear to review, I really appreciate it, because it does help my channel out tremendously. And speaking of helping my channel out, you right now just go on ahead and hit that subscribe button. That will help me out. You don't even have to hit the bell notification, just subscribe. It does have thumb holes, that's pretty cool. I like the thumb holes. But speaking of Outdoor Vitals, what I really like about Outdoor Vitals, I don't have a background in engineering. I have enough understanding of materials and stuff like that to know what I'm purchasing, but my education is in marketing, and so that my education allows me to appreciate the type of company that Outdoor Vitals is. And I know that they kind of got a bad rap in the early stages, because they was at the mercy of what manufacturers that they could work with. And if you understand anything with any kind of performance gear, to be able to tap into a market share that is competitive and get the gear out that you want, you're competing with companies that not only have cash cows to push their marketing and R&D, some companies even have government contracts to help push their R&D. So, and that's research and development, if you don't know what I was talking about. So to be able to come from where Outdoor Vitals started. Just, I mean, this guy was getting, he just found gaps in the system and started getting in there and tapping into it and just filling those gaps to where he was able to produce a jacket that allowed him to be able to work with other manufacturers. Now they're able to work with manufacturers and get some really top-notch gear. To come from where they come from and to be able to work with the manufacturers that they do, it's mind-blowing to me, because just basically an unknown person to start out with just a complete direct-to-consumer, getting sleeping bags from a manufacturer and putting them on Amazon for sale, to be able to work his way up to producing gear like they're producing right now. It just blows my mind. So that's another reason I like it. And I know some people want to say that, hey, there may not be cottage because they're not making their own gear, but here's the thing: to be able to compete in a world where performance means almost everything, you cannot be at the mercy of what you can build yourself and what materials you can get. You have to rely on manufacturers that are making the material, making the down, and and then to be able to have your own unique kind of niche products in this circle is mind-blowing. It is awesome. But yeah, also love the hood on this thing. The hood is nice. It goes over your head really nice, and it also has this drawstring, because I have a problem that every time I put a hood over my head, I have these blinders here and my head turns and my hood don't. But with this jacket, with it cinched in the back, you can turn your head and the hood turns with you, and you don't lose any peripheral vision. I really like that. I also like the fact that it has an athletic cut. Even though I may not be cut athletically myself, I do appreciate a close-fitting jacket, because the closer it is to your body, the better you can move and maneuver. It also, the back kind of goes down a little bit lower. I also like that. So like if you're sitting down, there's no drafts. And then, sometimes when you got your pack on and you're moving, things can ride up a little bit. And so I do like the fact that it's cut. I don't know. I really like the way that they cut their clothes. The athletic cut, longer tails in the back, longer arms, or longer sleeves. These jackets, and like this right here, this is their sun hoodie. It fits me great. I got the Tusher jacket, and I also got the Dragon Wool hoodie. And so they all fit me. They all fit amazingly well. And how one product fits, you could pretty much be consistent with the sizing from each garment to garment. And I like that fact too, that might have to get a 2X here or 3X here or whatever. It's pretty consistent across the board. I think the highlights of this jacket is its breathability, its ability to stay lofted even if it gets moist or even wet, the DWR treating on the outer layer, the lightweight 15 denier material that it's used, and the baffles that are not sewn, they're weaved instead, kind of meshed into each other. That is pretty amazing. And just also, as lightweight as it is, it's not a huge weight penalty, because when I'm hiking, even down into the high 30s, I'm not wearing a puffy. I'm gonna have something else on. So this is gonna be in my backpack, usually until I get to camp, and then maybe to start out the morning hiking. But for most of the time, until it gets below 35, I'm not hiking with this on. So this is going to be in my pack. Most of the time, this ain't going to be worn weight. This is going to be, so I have to accept the weight penalty for my puffy. And to be as light as this is, it's not that huge of a trade-off to have this garment in your backpack waiting for you for when you need it. So very, very useful piece of gear for me personally. I have not taken this out yet, but I have a feeling I'm going to be using this for a long time. And yes, as far as durability goes, it's a puffy jacket. You're going to have to take care of them. You don't want to get them snagged on tree branches. You don't want to get too close to the fire. All these things are going to tear it up. So, but I mean, it's no less than any other puffy out there. They're all pretty delicate in their own right. So yeah, first impressions, I love it. It's pretty decent. If you want to check it out more yourself, I have a link in the description for this jacket, and also links to all my other gear that I use on trail, and also my lighter pack. And I also want to add that when I review gear, I'm not just taking any gear. I'm only going to take gear that I think that I'm going to use, I know that I'm going to use on the trail. If it doesn't serve me a purpose, I'm not going to waste my time with it. So either way, guys, love you, appreciate you, thank you for watching, and until next time. Man, that was hot wearing that jacket. I just got done running, so, and it's probably about, I don't know, 65 degrees. So yeah, it's pretty cold, or pretty hot.